Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Real Talk Journeys of Resilience and Success. And today we are on episode 63. So, from property management to global impact, Shari's story of purpose and freedom. And our guest today is Chari Nucum. So she will be joining us in a few minutes. But before we dive into our topic, let me introduce myself. So, hello everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor. I also want to remind you that we have live webinars every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST here in North America. So if you want to learn how to start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into my website that appears on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into my website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The second link that you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay of the live webinar. Now, I also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, so what is it that I'm going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to learn how our online business plan works. And also, you get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, if you want to catch this replay from this Thursday's live webinar before Tuesday's live webinar, here are the hosts and panelists from that day. Our host was Hema, retired property management. And our first panelist was Anne, sales and marketing executive. We also have Priscille, a former product steward. We have Tran, a former sales manager. We have Corazon, a medical support assistant. We have Ika, a strategic development manager. We have Sarita, an HR professional, and we have Eva, a pharmacist. So as you see, we have all different walks of life, but they all have something in common, and that is, they took that leap of faith to change their lives and their families' lives. So if you're catching this replay has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So now you know, if you want to learn how to start your online business, all you have to do is just register into the website and I'll send you that invitation. Okay, so now let's dive in into our topic. So like we mentioned, we are on episode 63, from property management to global impact. So Shari's story of purpose and freedom. And my guest today is Chari Nucum. So before I bring her into the studio, let me introduce her to you guys. So I'm so excited to introduce today's guest, Chari Nucum. Chari is a dedicated property maintenance management specialist and an overseas Filipino worker, a loving wife, and a proud mom. Beyond her professional life, Chari loves gardening, cooking, and exploring amazing places through travel. She's also a thriving digital business owner and mentor, helping others create freedom and new opportunities while pursuing their passions. Her journey is a beautiful example of balance, courage, and living life to the fullest. So get ready to be inspired, and let's bring Shari to the studio. Hi, Shari. Thank you for coming.
Hi. Thank you, Sandy, for inviting me to your Real Talk Journey of Resilience and Success. Yeah, I want to say just hello to everyone and to all our viewers for today. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching right now. And I will introduce myself again. I am Chari from Marbella, Spain, but originally from the Philippines. I am OFW in real estate, a mom and a wife, and a proud digital entrepreneur.
Thank you so much for that. We do have here a heart emoji Chris from Crescencia Juan. So thank you for watching and thank you for your emojis. Okay, so let's dive in into the questions. Okay, so first question for you. Okay, Shari, you went from managing property maintenance to embracing the digital space while balancing your love for gardening, cooking, and traveling. So, what was the moment or realization that made you decide it was time to create more freedom and flexibility for yourself and your family?
Oh, thank you for that beautiful question, Sandy. You know, I was working a stable 9 to 5 job, a good salary, travel perks, everything in paper seemed okay. But deep inside, I knew something was missing. I love cooking, I love tending to my garden and traveling whenever I could. Those were the little joys that made life meaningful, but rarely had the time or energy for them. My turning point came when I was diagnosed with GERD. My health was shouting at me to slow down. Around that time, I saw a post on social media about this digital business and watched and do not think twice. I jump into it because of what I'm feeling that time. So why? Yeah, because I felt from the very start that this business is for me. The idea of having a business that runs um, even while I'm working or sleeping, that really spoke to me. And then another big blow happened. My husband had a heart attack in 2021, and I remember holding his clothes while he was in ICU, and this being reminded me that time is precious, and we're not getting any younger. So I had to find a way to create both income and time freedom, not just for me, not just for my own family, but also to fulfill my promise to care for my brother who has a movement disorder. I'm the eldest, and I carry that promise and responsibility with love. That's when I really learned into this online business and, never look back.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. And we do have more comments here from Crescencia Juan. She say, "Hi, Ate, good evening, and to everyone." And she also spoke in your language. So
Yeah,
there you go.
you said you are very good, my Ate Chari. This is one of my follower in my business page. Thank you, Cressy.
There you go. Okay, so going back to what you say, yeah, I think many times, um, we we are loving what we do, but I think it gets to a point in life where we want more. And in this case, we start value some things more for us. We change to a different perspective, and like for you, for example, because your health issues, for you, it was more important to be able to take care of yourself, and that's something that many times we neglect when we work, because we focus on working, but we forget about taking care of ourselves. And I relate to you because same thing. I started my industry in the film industry. That was my dream job since I was a little girl. And it was fun at the beginning. I was young, I had the energy and all that, but during the pandemic, many of my members, from the industry, they were not able to work. I was lucky that I was able to work, but it was a very stressful time because we have to implement new changes. Um, and because of that, I also, got some health issues. It didn't show up at the time, but as the year passed, that's when I started to see it. And same thing, like I also was looking for something that where I could do that it couldn't cause me stress, and that stress will provoke my health issues. So um I love what you say about slow down.
Yes.
And yeah, we have to slow down. Sometimes we and sometimes like we are so much into that cycle, that we forget to pause and to reflect in our lives, to see what
Right.
is important, and see the balance. um, and like you mentioned, time is precious, and that's something that we tend to live into the future, and we forget about the present, until we get that, like a wake up call, or until we see someone else's journey, that something happened, and that made us reflect, in our lives, and that made us think, you know what, we have to enjoy the present, we have to enjoy the moments, we have to enjoy the loved ones, because we never know about the future. Yes, we have to think about the future, but not focus more on the future, but focus more on the present, to be able to live those moments and to not regret, you know, uh, because if we, we focus on the future and working, making money, uh, but then, we forget that, if something happened to our loved ones and we didn't spend that time because we were working, we're going to find that regret in ourselves. So let's focus, let's pause, and, take time to spend with your loved ones, because like you mentioned, time is precious. We never know when we leave this world. Although we would love to be more here, and spend time with our loved ones, we don't know when we are going. And then, your second, wake up call was when your husband, also end up, in the ICU. So
Yes.
it really, um, it really made you, more an impact that you needed to find something. And like you mentioned, you were not really into like showing off for social medias, but on the other side, like same thing, I didn't like to be in front of the camera, even though I work in the movie industry. But I knew that, that was a way to connect with the audience. That's a way to show, our story, to show to people, that, there are options out there, that you can build a better lifestyle and balance.
True.
So that's why we are here, to show that, like today we're showing your story, so people can see, that there are ways that sometimes, we continue working because we don't know, that, we think that's the only way. But when you found this online business opportunity, you found out that it gives you that flexibility to be able to do the things that you love, because of the automated system. So like for example, the business will adapt to your hours, so it can fit in any time pocket out of the day. So it's something that you can do, that anyone can do, and also it helps you build that income that we're looking for. So you can start this on the side, and then eventually, this plan B or side hustle, it will surpass your actual income, and then it will give you that time freedom if you decide to, to just focus on the business. And then you can have really, spend those time with your loved ones. And I know you have a daughter, a beautiful daughter, so you can spend time with her, enjoy. Um, so yeah, thank you for sharing that. Okay, so second question. You talk a lot about integrity, purpose, and building life you don't need to escape from. How did you keep those values front and center while starting and growing your online business, especially when facing new challenges?
Oh, that's a very good questions, Sandy. Thank you very much. Yes, integrity. That's very important to me. I believe when you're doing something that aligns with your purpose, you attract the right people and the energy that you needed. In the beginning, everything was new to me. I didn't grow up with this digital world, before. As um, at the age, I'm in our age, like in our 50s, we don't have like this before. So learning the tools was definitely challenging, but the system made it easier. It is doable and scalable. It has a plug and play system. It has where automation behind the scenes, email responders, ad system, lead following up. automatically. I didn't need to convince people. I didn't need to convince my family and friends or chase them because there is no selling required. Here, it's unlimited earning potential. And the most important in this business is this is legit. You know, we know who are the founder, who are if you want to reach our business partners, we have community, we have site where we can message anyone for help, for new ideas, and also I could stay true to myself and let business do the talking. And what kept me going was remembering why I started. It wasn't just about the money, Sandy. It was about building a better future with integrity and joy. I want a life where I don't have to wait for retirement to live fully. Even with this obstacle, I would always remind myself, I'm doing I'm doing this for my family, for my peace, for the life I want to build. That helped me stay focused and true. Thank you, Sandy.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Um, yeah, I do, you mentioned, one of the things that, yeah, the learning system was not easy. Well, it wasn't easy. It's just because, this was new to you. You haven't been into this digital world, but because of, the video based training, how it is set up, and the support of the mentor, coach, the community, it made us, easier to go through that process. And a good example of that, we have people from 18 years old all the way to 85 years old that I'm aware of. So if they're able to do it, so can you, if you are watching also. um, so don't let that stop you. The other thing you mentioned, all the reasons, why you love the business, because uh, it works behind the scene while you're sleeping, or while you're doing other things, and that's because of the automated system, that sends, for example, send the emails that you were mentioning, the follow up. um, when someone registers into our website, they get those emails. So really, it does the heavy work for us. So what we have to do, is not that much, because all this stuff is taken care of us. We don't have to build a website. That's also provided to us. We just need to pick the one that we loved. um, so that really makes it work and nice. Um, Now the other thing you mentioned, like when you facing those challenges, one thing that kept you going was your why. You know, um, the why to have an integrity of something that you value, and that you have your family too, that you're doing this for. um, and we have the legacy plan, and that's the thing, that you want to leave that legacy plan to your kids,
Right.
and to your family. So um, that's something that it really, like, when we know our why we are doing this, it doesn't matter what we face, what obstacles or what challenges we face. We are going to be able to overcome, because we know why we are doing it. It's not an easy journey. This is not a rich quick scheme. We have ups and downs. But when we are down, that's when we go and focus on that why we're doing this. And I think, as an immigrant, because many of us are immigrant that migrate to new countries, that's something that we learn, because we usually want to bring our family to the country that we are. And sometimes, we have to do things that we might you might not like, because you cannot do
True.
the profession that you were doing before. Um, so because of that, but you do things that it might not be to your liking, but you have a why to bring your family to home, to have a better future. And you do what you have to do. So it's the same thing on this journey. um, but the difference that on this journey, we it's a journey that we love, because, like I say, you find integrity, you make an impact on other people's life. You also, your family. We talk about the legacy financially, but also the legacy that you're leaving to your daughter, for example.
Right.
She's watching you uh, take into something that is totally a new world to you, but getting out of your comfort zone, doing being seeing you overcome challenges, like for example the technical part of it, the digital technical part of it. um, and what she's watching you, and she say, well, if my mom is able to do things that is out of her comfort zone, so can I. If my mom is able to pursue her dreams, so can I. Nothing is going to stop me to pursue what I want to do. So those are the other legacy that you're leaving to your kids, with this business, because they are watching you, what you're doing. They are watching, when you're starting, as you go through your journey. And yeah, this is a beautiful journey. And we also, through this journey, we grow, as a person. We have self-development because we acquire new skills, new knowledge. um, and many times, we also find ourselves along the way, discovering things that we thought that we didn't like and we like, or things that we thought that we couldn't do
The
and we
do,
can.
yeah.
So it's a beautiful journey. And I know it's not an easy journey, but I kind of love it because, it's through those obstacles and challenges that we face along the way, we find ourselves, we become more resilient, and our mindset keeps growing. And now, we're more open to see opportunities, to find solutions when we find, challenges or obstacles, and not seeing it, in a fixed mindset. So, thank you for sharing those things. Okay, so question number 3 for you. So many people think age or lack or tech of skills can hold them back. What advice would you give to someone in their golden years who is hesitant but dreaming of more travel, more time freedom, and a meaningful work?
Oh, I love this question, especially for the people with same like my age or older than me. Yeah, because I'm a living proof, that age is not a barrier. People 50 plus, 60 plus, that age is not a barrier. I'm in my early 50s. I didn't grow up with smartphones and apps, but I always say, if you know how to scroll on Facebook, you're halfway there,
Yeah.
right? Everyone from morning to evening, they're scrolling their Facebook, they're looking for these reels, they are watching like series or something. You're halfway there. This business is designed not only for younger tech savvies, but also for people like us, people who have life experience, heart, and a strong why. You know, you don't need to be a tech genius. This platform has a step by step training. We have coaches. This is a lifetime coach, right? The mentorship and automated tools that do the heavy lifting. To anyone who's scared or hesitant, I'd say don't let fear stop you from building the life you deserve. You worked hard for others, especially us, OFW. We work hard for others. So now it's time to work smarter for ourselves, for yourself. You can earn, travel, enjoy your hobbies. And yes, I still have time to plant tomatoes or make, your favorite recipe. The digital space has room for you, for me, for everyone, no matter your age. Yes. So just check us, message us. So for more info, and I'm telling you, I'm the living proof. And you will see inside who are the people who are successful people older than me. Yeah, Sandy.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we do have another comment here from Crescencio Juan. He say, happy for you, Ate Chari Nucum, to your success business.
Thank you. Everyone here are successful. Start from mindset, you
Yes,
grow.
yes. Um, yeah, me too. I love this question and I love your answer. Like you mentioned, anyone, don't let age stop you, because really, when you set your mind to do something, you can do it. Is it gonna be easy? Probably not. Like, Shari mentioned, it was a whole new world for her, but yeah, it was challenging. But she managed to do it thanks to our video-based training, the support that she got. So it is feasible. And a good example, I have two mentees, one in her late 60s, another one early 70s. And again, it was a new whole world for them, learning how to use the computer, uh, doing the training, doing Zooms and that kind of stuff, and going lives. And now, they're going lives too, and
Good.
one of them she knows already how to set up StreamYard. The other one is learning, in the process. So getting getting to build that confidence, to do it. So, but she's getting there. Soon, she's gonna be like her actually that is her mentee. So she's learning from her mentee. Um, so that's the beauty of it. You can learn, and that's what we were mentioning before. Uh, you're gonna find in this journey that things that you thought that you couldn't do, you can do it. It's all about believing in yourself, and take action. Because yes, if you stay in that comfort zone, and you don't try, you will never know if you can do it or not. So you have to get out of that comfort zone if you want to keep growing. And that's, like many in our communities, like Shari, are able to do it. I mean, we do have one lady who I saw in our community. She started last year, I think it was in October, and she's already making for the month from January to June. She already made 5 figures in this business, close to the 6 figures, and she's in her 60s. So if the age is not a number, so just make sure that you take action. If you want to change in your life, like Shari was saying, uh, you want to do the things that you love, and be able to retire early, like Shari and I. um, or if you're already in that age, retire, you want to be able to build that extra income so you can do the things that you love. If you love to travel, or whatever you love to do, um, this is a good business for you. So, Shari is a good example here. Like she decided to take in something new, because she has her priorities, and her priorities, her family, her priorities, the health, too. And I think for me, and I think for a lot of people, um, two main things that are important in life is health and family. Those are things that are non-negotiable. you know that really, many times, like if I had to decide between my health and the work, I will pick my health, because it doesn't matter how much money you can make if you don't have a good health. So you're not really enjoying it. So with this business, it allows you to have that work life balance. It allows you to have that time freedom to be able to spend with your loved ones, do the things that you love, and also building that financial stability, so you don't have to worry about the money. So it's like we mentioned before, it's not a really quick scheme. It starts small, and it keeps increasing. And that's why, eventually what you started on the side, it becomes your plan A, because it will surpass your income. So it all is about having the right mindset to be able to see this opportunity, um, because that's the other thing. We can tell you what is available to you and show how amazing this online business opportunity is. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. And you have to see it for yourself. But the only way that you can see it is if you are on the right mindset. um, if you have pause, like we mentioned before, pause and reflect in your life. How was your life 3 years ago? Are you in the same place? So maybe that you need some change because you're not moving forward, you're remaining in the same place. If you see yourself in 3 years, are you going to still be in the same place? That's another sign. So everything else around you is evolving, but you are remaining on the same place. So you have to do something because as you see, all those prices are going up, and it's getting harder and harder for a lot of families to be able um, to have, bring food to the table, because what we used to spend before, is now the double of what we had before. So and if you're renting, the prices for the rent are going up. um, so it's getting really harder. So you have to prepare, you have to have a plan B, something to fall back on if anything happens. Jobs, although we love to think that our jobs are going to be there for us forever, that's not the case anymore. So it's like 50-50. A lot of companies, they are trying to cut down on expenses because, they are also getting affected by those prices that are hiking. So the many times, they laid off their employees, the senior employees, or and they hire, contractual employees because they don't have to pay benefits. So that way they cut on expenses, or sometimes they hire like new people that just came in. So because the salary will be lower than to have someone who has already experience. So you have to think about those things. And also, technology has been replacing a lot of jobs too. A good example is
Mm.
my dad is already retired, but uh, he used to work in the Vancouver port. And at the time when he was working, there was one of the positions that they work, I think there were 10 people that were doing that job. But then they brought a machine, and now that machine only needs 2 people. So that means 8 people that used to work on that job, now they're not required. So another good example is that the car manufacturing, how many people used to work in the car manufacturing now, all those people are gone because the machines are able to do the work for them and faster. So you have to start thinking and take advantage of this digital world. Our parents didn't have that opportunity. For them, they had no choice to go to work. But we are in a digital era. So take advantage of that because the possibilities are endless with this online business. And you have a global reach. Um, and you are able to become, a millionaire, which is something that in the past we used to say only rich people can become millionaire, but now anyone can become millionaire if you decide to take into this route, the digital area, business, online businesses. So that's why a lot of people are kind of like opening their eyes and see the opportunities out there, and something that allows you to work from anywhere. Like Shari, she loves to travel. I also love to travel. That was one of the things that I was looking in this online business opportunity. I was looking for the portability of the business, so I wouldn't be stuck in one place, and I could go and travel and meet the world like Shari. Although she has been in so many places, so that's so nice. Um, so thank you so much for sharing that, Shari, and for taking some of your time to share your story, share your journey, inspiring people out there to take action and to see the possibilities that they have, and to prioritize on things that are important. Like you say, uh, be time is precious, live the present, spend time with your loved ones now. Don't wait for a future. So find that time to do it. So thank you so much for sharing that. Um, we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. To our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. If you don't follow us on Facebook, you can follow me here, and you can follow Shari. What is the name of your business page?
It's Chatu Online. This is my business page.
There you go. So you can find her on Shatu online, and then that way you get to know us a little bit more who we are, what type of content we put on our pages, and more information about the business. Now, if you're watching us from YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can subscribe to the channel and press that notification bell to get notified when we put new content and when we are going live. So that way you keep learning more about this online business opportunity. And when the time is ready, we'll be here to guide you along the way. And like we mentioned, you're never alone in this journey. You have all the support and all the tools to be able to succeed in this business. We already have so many proofs of that in our community. So we keep changing lives as we go through in this journey. Saying that, we do have some comments here from Isaka Juma, Janil Gurba, Ninella. So thank you so much for your like emoji and thank you for watching. So if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, uh, how it works, and get to watch the webinar, because we have live webinars every in North America. We have every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and in Europe is every Wednesdays and Fridays. What time is in Spain?
It's 2 a.m.
2 a.m. So you guys will be catching the replay.
Yeah, we're
Um,
catching the replay.
yeah.
So no
So,
worries.
mhm. so, here are the steps that you can find out about this online business opportunity. You can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us the message, a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Or you can register directly into our website that appears on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar, which is the same webinar we have watched, and that many of our online community has watched. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday, or Wednesday or Friday. So you can register for either one or for both. And then the next one is the other link. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. The other link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot make it, you can always catch the replay of the live webinar. Like for example, in Europe, if you're not awake at 2 a.m., then you will catch the replay of the live webinar. Now, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now you probably wonder, okay, so what am I going to find out on that webinar? Well, on that webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their life. So if you want to catch the replay before Tuesday's live webinar, when you register into our website, you will be able to catch the replay and also register to the live webinar. So that way, you got a better understanding of how our online business plan works. And also you get to hear more stories of members of our community, because every webinar we have a different host and different panelists. So that way, you see how global we are also, because we have our community is global. We are like 200 and something members. When I started, it was 100. No, it was 175, something like that, the members. That was back in 2023. Now we are 200 and something members. And so yeah, so uh, now you know how to do what to do if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity. So we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. And we also want to say thank you again to our guest, Chari, for being here with us today, for taking some of her time today and sharing her journey and her experience with us and with the audience. So thank you so much. It was very inspiring, your story. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you so much for this. Can I say something?
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I forgot. Yeah. Any last thought that you want to share with the audience?
Oh, before I will say something, I will add to your for our last question that health is wealth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Really health is wealth. And what you said about if you will choose work and health, of course we'll choose health. So thank you so much, Sandy, for the opportunity to tell my story to the world. And I am really grateful to share my journey. If my story can inspire even one person to take a step toward freedom, I am happy that I shared my part. Life is short. Let's live it fully with purpose and peace. Take action now. And if you want more info, as Sandy said, reach out to us, message us, and register to our website. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Sandy.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Yes. So thank you everyone again for being here with us today, and stay tuned for tomorrow for another topic and another guest. So thank you again for watching. God bless you all, and see you until the next episode. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Shari.
Thank you. Bye.